Hello folks, Merry Christmas to you and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do another episode of whatever in my library thing. I forgot what title I gave to it. So it is the library business that we are going to continue with. And today I'm going to show you one of my all-time favorite chess books. And that's a big call because I know a lot of chess books and I wouldn't call many of them my favorites, but this beauty here is definitely it. It's called Secrets of Spectacular Chess by David Friedgood. David Friedgood and Jonathan Levitt, Grandmaster Jonathan Levitt. Actually, they are both Grandmasters. The former is a retired English Grandmaster. The latter still can be found on occasions on ICC. And this book that I'm showing you here is actually the first edition of the book, and I do have the second one too, but I made the stupid mistake of giving it to somebody, and it hasn't come back yet. So, this chess book is all about the beautiful things in chess. You name it, it's in there, and they classify different types of chess beauty, and they sort of back it up with different examples. An absolutely stunningly well designed and written book with amazingly good examples. If you like puzzles, problems, studies, spectacular games, this is the book for you. I really highly recommend that. I love this book. In fact, so much so that this was the book that inspired me, this one here, to write my own book that I will give you a link to if you would like to purchase that, because it's available in an ebook format. Now, I decided to show you two positions from this incredibly good book, but really I could have just cracked it open anywhere literally and show you whatever, and it would have been a huge stunner. This position was actually featured on my previous channel too, but I love this puzzle so much that I couldn't help myself showing it to you again. So the requirement here is white to move and draw, which seems to be rather ridiculous at first sight because we can promote to a queen and it looks like we are going to have a very easy attack on the black king, but soon we realize that in this position we run out of checks. And because of the black king is threatened with a variety of mates, the white king, despite of the two queens, white is helplessly lost here. Excuse me. So what we need to build on here is the fact that currently the white king is stalemated, so somehow we need to make all of our army immobile, but it's very difficult to see how we could make the whole army immobile because we have this pawn here, and even if we were to take something here with check, the knight could take back and thereby releasing the stalemate because the king can escape here. So the amazing solution runs like this. We need to promote to a bishop. King goes back, b7 check, and now we understand why bishop, because we managed to immobilize it entirely by pushing the pawn up. And now the same checking scenario comes about, but here comes the shocking difference compared to when we had the queen on a8. We have got queen takes g7, 5 exclamation marks, followed by h8 bishop, 75 million exclamation mark. An incredibly clever and beautiful solution with stunning symmetry. And the idea is that if I was to take or to play king f8, doesn't matter, after g7 check, I managed to make all of my pieces immobile, meaning can't move, and regardless of where the black king moves, it's a stalemate, and white managed to save the day. This is just such a clever and well engineered puzzle. I can never have enough of this. So let's see one more time. So we promote the bishop. Then we block that bishop off, and then we try to repeat the same scenario on the other side of the board as well by promoting to a bishop, and then block that in two, and happy days, it's a stalemate. Who would have thought from the starting position that we are going to have two bishops blocked in by our own pawns and our king is stalemated? Wow! All I can say is wow! This is just an amazing puzzle, and I will show you another one that I really enjoyed. It's a very different kind, and actually far, I don't know if I would say far easier, but definitely one that is easier to grasp about what's going on. This is by, oh, never mind, sorry, I need to see what's happening now. Yeah, we're all good. Okay. So the next one is going to be far less pieces and a lot easier, as I said before. So let's have a look at this study by Korolkov. I forgot to name the composer of the previous position, and I'm not going to go back now there simply because I'm too lazy. All right. And this is actually coincidentally another one that I have featured in my previous channel. So what's happening here is it's a white to move and win puzzle. What we need to do here is to promote a pawn to a queen, or else we are in severe trouble. So the most logical try is to go f7, and now black is already struggling to stop the pawn because the most logical rook f6 is met by bishop b2, and the pin is killing black. However, after this check, it looks like we are in a heap of trouble, because king b2 would allow rook back, and we can't pin anymore, and king b1 allows this one to be taken by check, and then the rook can go home and defend the pawn. So we have to sack. And this is where a very, very clever battle begins between the rook and the king. Rook takes, king b2, and now it seems like black is hopelessly lost. The rook is under attack and this can't be stopped. However, black here has a very clever defending resource. Check! Wow! And if king takes, then bishop check wins the pawn and the position is a draw. And now the clever way for white to go about this business is to come this way. I don't really want to go too deeply into the analysis of king c3. The main difference lies in the fact that after king c3, and I'm cheating a little bit now, yeah, we have got rook check here, followed by a variety of checks, and we can never take the rook on a wide square, because either this one gets taken by check, or we get a check here and the pawn drops. However, now we can dodge these checks here. So imagine if the king were here, now I couldn't go to d1 onto a wide square because the knight would hang, whereas now here I am safe on a wide square. So rook check needs to be given here. Check, 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 check here. And this is the first moment when we feel like, oh, okay, now we escaped. Whew, all fine and dandy. But black again pulls the bunny out of the head with a beautiful defending move, rook g4 check. Wow. And now we realize that taking is actually a horrid mistake, because bishop takes check, king takes, king here, king e6, king f8, and there's only one move left, king f6, that stalemates the black king, and we fail to win. So we need to rewind this a little bit and stop here, because after the check we still have two moves, king f6 and king h6. King h6 is the better one, and now it seems that again we won the game because the pawn can't be stopped. But it's not over yet. It's not over till it's over, because rook g8. And now, of course, if we take, king takes, and there is no way to win. However, now we have got knight e7. Wow! And now we are threatening to take that with a mate. And if the rook were to move along the back rank, then we have knight g6 mate. How awesomely, smoothly flowing this solution for both sides, exchanging smack after smack, and we still don't know who the smarter will be, because look, black has another very clever defensive concept, and now the mate is guarded while maintaining the rook to cover the mate on g6, but it's really white who is going to laugh last, because we promote to a queen, bishop takes, and knight g6 delivers an absolutely amazing mate. I'd really love this puzzle for two things. A, because one, it flows so smoothly. The whole entire solution is just a beautiful flow of punches, counter punches, but somehow it just stirs towards that very climatic end. And the other reason why I love it is because from the starting position, hardly anyone would assume that we will have a mate pattern with knight versus king, where the reason why it's a mate is because the bishop has to block in its own king. So one more time. Rook check, bishop here, takes here. Now I will show you. So if we were to go there, then after check, king check, check, and the rook goes home. Or if the king goes to b4, I'll have to think a little bit here. I think it might be rook c4, checking b5, yeah, and then check here. And we made it as black. So that is the reason why we need to come towards c1, because now after rook c2 check king d1, black has run out of checks and is losing the game, and therefore rook a1 check needs to be played. And now this checking scenario goes very smoothly towards the cathartic end, where we play king h6 is the line I need to promote. Please note that I think king f6 doesn't work because of what's happening here. Here. And now I have got rook d8. And knight g6 is not mate, which is the reason why we need to go king h6. And now after rook g8, knight e7, they really can't move the rook anywhere else because of that is met by mate on knight g6. So bishop e6 has to be played, and then takes, and knight g6 is a mate. So if you like this type of stuff, this is the book for you. It's literally 210 pages of sheer awesomeness from the best puzzles ever, and brilliantly well explained. One of the best books ever on this type of stuff. I really highly recommend you guys. Once again, Secrets of Spectacular Chess by Jonathan Levitt and David Friedgood. Check it out, it's well worth it. And I will be back with more soon, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget please to subscribe and like and do all those funky things that will make my channel awesome. So thanks for tuning in. I will be back with more soon. Bye.